Hey guys, this is RecklessAlchemist here, otherwise known as I'm Not Benji, or just simply Ben. Today I've got the Stanley Parable here. I figured I'd record a bit and show us all what it's all about, as it is fairly different, I figured. So, let's just get rolling. Now, I might be doing more of these in the future. It depends on, I guess, on how I get a reception on this one. Frankly, have no clue what I'm doing, so we're just gonna take a swing.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
That's a boring happiness.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright, so here we are in Stanley's office, and we're just going to leave it, I guess.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I locked myself out of my office. What if I need to get back in there? You just said that no one was here. If the janitor's not here, how can I get in?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Now you're just taunting me. What's over here?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Apparently 432 can't be trusted with anything other than the pencil sharpener. He doesn't even get a phone. Keyboard. What's with this guy's phone? Hey, maybe they got a key. This looks like a janitor's closet. Hello? Well, let's try these doors.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office, because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
What? You mean the narrator that is in my head? Huh. Okay. I guess I'll just stop clicking on doors, since you're going to be rude to me.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I could enter the door on my left, but you left this door open for me, so I'm gonna go through it.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, perhaps, you know.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
What do we got for sodas?
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Well, we got the yellow soda, we got the purple soda, we got the green soda. Oh, we got the blue and red soda.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
That's not true. I'm looking at the vending machine too. I want the gray cold drink, you know?
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Oh, that's rude. You're the creepy one. You're the omnipresent narrator, you know? Fine, I'll leave the room.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Nah, that looks too spooky. I'm not doing that. Sorry.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Thanks. You're just getting ruder, aren't you? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse. Penalty for jumping. How can there be a penalty if I'm dead?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who's her? I don't know who she is. What are you doing?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who is she? I don't know who she is. Don't give me any context or anything. No. That's a dark room. I want to go in the dark room. No. Oh. Can I go back? Okay. To give a clarification, I have done a little bit of this game. I haven't tried this, though. No. I guess my only option is the dark room. Oh, here we go. Whoa.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
No. I'm not gonna pick up the phone. Let me out. Oh, I can't get out. I'm gonna try unplugging it.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yes, I did.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
That would have been
Not
a really
picking up
short
the phone
game.
is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand.
Thanks.
How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
Noticed what?
You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Uh-oh. I've been found out.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Wait, where? Oh!
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack? What even is that?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
What if I plug the phone back in? Could that fix it? Well then, this certainly is a thing, isn't it? Oh, it's got railings now! Why does it got railings?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Alright. Oh, now he's opening doors for me. His creepy ghostly powers. Oh, that door isn't open anymore. Oh no, don't tell me I gotta go all the way back.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
That's what he says, but I don't got a good feeling about this.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nah.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly,
Whoa.
hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Whoa. Oh, okay. Ooh, that filing cabinet's looking slim. Oh, that's a painting. we can get in this door. Nope. Reality breaking, door's still locked. And I think this is where we're going to end this for now. We're at 15 minutes or so. If you'd like to see more, leave a note in the comments, or a like, subscribe, one of those things, and hope you enjoyed my first venture into this game so far.